This is Scott Spears, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of The Exchange, joined by Matt Morgan and Heather Conley each and every week here. And this week we've got 2 episodes, so you will not only have the one you're watching now, but another one to entertain you in this, our 10th anniversary week. It's very, very exciting. And don't forget, the 10th anniversary party will be over by the time you see this, but it hasn't happened yet, so we're all on pins and needles. But if you want to listen to the 10th anniversary party, go to wwgh1071.com and go to Program Archives and look for 10th anniversary party. We have got a cast like you wouldn't believe coming to this party. Heather and Matt will be there, Sean will be there, Terry, Linda, Pastor Craig, Nate, former Mayor Jack Kellogg, Sheriff Bales, Chad Clark will be doing some numbers that night. State Rep Tracy Richardson will be here. It's going to be a big... Jessica will be here from Friday morning. It's going to be a big night here at WGH Talk, the big 10th anniversary. How do you feel about that, Matt?
I'm pretty good. Got the whole gang.
The whole gang. We're never all together like that. Twice a year. The Christmas party and the anniversary party. That's the only time we're all together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean... I didn't show up to the anniversary party last year. I think I had to work.
Yeah, I think you did.
Or I guess it wouldn't be the anniversary party. It'd be the 9th.
9th anniversary.
Oh, I guess it would be
an anniversary, yeah. Yeah. So this year and possibly Mike Wilson, a whole slew of people. Heather, are you excited?
I am.
You've never been to the Christmas party. Now that's real fun too. Because the Christmas...
Oh, yeah. They force us to stand around and sing Christmas songs.
Yes, we sing Christmas carols. And none of us can sing, so it's a real class act. So get ready for Christmas, but the anniversary party is this week. And so Matt, what is your most memorable moment? Now you've only been here a year and a half, but
I think probably the fair. I really like the fair.
And we're coming up on the fair again.
We are.
Yeah, it's going to be another year at the fair.
The fairs are always good because there's a lot to do there. Unfortunately, people don't talk to you at the fair.
Not at the Marion Fair. No, they don't talk to you. But that's why you bring guests in. Like Mary Ellen came to the fair with us last year. George Casotis was there with us. Glenn Coble was there with us. There were some other people, weren't there? Buckeye Guy. I think we had Buckeye Guy at the fair.
What do you guys do at the fair?
We interview people. We do shows from the fair.
Just interview the acts and whatnot.
But the fair is interesting because you see a lot of people there you don't like. And you can make faces at them or give them hand gestures or something.
Last year we had this dude that got interviewed. He came to the booth and he did his magic trick. Where he turned 4 $1 bills into 4 $100 bills.
It was shocking.
It was shocking.
The amazing Rex and Dana.
I want,
I think they'll be there again this year.
Good. I need him to show me that trick again.
He's very, very good. No, the best trick he did. Now, see, this is a memorable moment. I got there that day. And I can't even remember what it was. It was a card, I think. And he had me pick a card. Now, this is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then he said, I thought this was just a card trick. Okay, I put it back in the deck and remember your card. And he says, okay, now go to your social media page. And 2 hours prior to me picking this card, he had went to the WGH page and posted a picture of him holding the card that I was going to pick 2 hours later, and it was the card.
What the heck?
He's very good.
Wow.
They're amazing. Just like their name says.
Very good.
So Heather, you've pretty well just been here for this particular show, but you've met Mary Ellen, and Buckeye Guy was here a week. Is one more memorable than the other? Any topics stick out in your mind that we've done?
Well, Buckeye Guy is louder.
Yeah, when he's here, the whole mood changes. The atmosphere in the room changes.
Yeah, and Mary Ellen, I met her so briefly. I don't know yet. I can tell she's very sweet.
Nice woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good friend for a long, long time. Well, let's get into the topics because last week we had a big conversation about dress. And with the 10th anniversary coming up, dress is still an important topic. And here we go. There's a new study out that Gen Z does not dress appropriately when going to job interviews. 50% of Gen Z does not dress right, says people doing the interviewing, when they go on job interviews. They also make other mistakes. They ask for unreasonable wages, and 1 in 5 of them bring their parent to the interview.
Really?
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, which one's Gen Z? They were born in the 90s?
No, I think it's even later than that.
2000s.
Yeah, I think it's the 2000s.
Okay.
So, that's you, Matt.
Yep.
Gen Z. Look at the mess you're making of the workforce.
Hey, you can't put none of that on me, okay?
I can put. Well, first of all, we got to work on your English. You can't put any of that on you. But anyway, let's put that on the list too. Bad grammar. But no, it's true though. You don't dress appropriately, and isn't it interesting? This story would come out after we talked about dress last week.
I'm just fine. This is good.
Now, see, you think that's dressy? You would go in this to a job interview?
Yeah.
You would not get the job.
I mean, I wouldn't wear a short sleeve. I'd wear a long sleeve, but...
No, this is not dress clothes.
If it was McDonald's, he would get the job.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would. I think even McDonald's is a little more strict than this.
Look, so I have worked at McDonald's before. Do you want me to tell you how my McDonald's interview went?
Go ahead. Do tell.
So I went in there, and I literally just asked about the status of my application, and the lady said, "Have you been interviewed yet?" And I said, "No." And then she's like, "All right, have a seat there. I'll be out in a second to interview." And then the first thing she says to me is, "All right, I'm going to go ahead and hire you. I just need your clothes sizes." And then that was
desperation. That's desperation.
They hired me and didn't even give me an interview.
See, this is what you miss.
They just wanted me to fill out some paperwork, get some sizes, and
here's what you miss. In a job interview, you're trying to beat out other people for the job. That's the whole point of this.
Look, I'm 2 for 2. I've applied for 2 jobs in my life. Actually, I've applied for 3 jobs in my life, and I've gotten 3 jobs. I'm 3 for 3.
Yeah, but they're not exclusive jobs.
I mean, the one's like a seasonal job.
Yeah.
So I mean,
No, I'm talking about a real job. I'm talking about a real, classy, upscale career.
I mean, if you're working in an office, I would assume this is not like office attire.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
But if you're working like the average run-of-the-mill job, I mean, this is fine.
Teacher, doctor, lawyer, corporate executive,
I'd
bank.
say this is fine for a teacher.
If you interviewed like that for a bank, you would not get the job.
I'd say this is fine for a teacher.
No, you would not get the job.
I think
you come and listen. The school districts in this area, they will let you go for any number of reasons.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, it wouldn't work.
I think it would. Like I said, 3 for 3.
So you would.
So far, I'm right and you're wrong because I'm 3 for 3.
No, I think you're misunderstanding.
And I got a promotion. Look, 4 for 4 if you count the promotion interview.
Yeah, but again, desperation is not what we're talking about. We're talking about we have few positions. We have a lot of people who want it. That's why you dress. You dress to impress.
This is good.
Would you be impressed by this?
If I was interviewing him to be
If this showed up, if this showed up, okay, what do you have to wear at the restaurant you work at?
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay, but like nice, right? You can't like come in with stains all over everything.
Well, you're not supposed to, and people usually don't. I dressed up like a tiny bit for that interview, but again, it's a restaurant, you know.
Okay, what about really?
You're supposed to dress nice.
Like, what would be nice?
Like preppy PTA mom, like in the middle.
There you go. Okay, now what if you showed up like that, and you wanted to be a realtor?
Well,
I could sell somebody a house.
If it was someone that
you wouldn't even get a chance.
If it was someone that was a good friend, it would be okay. If it was a stranger, I think they would probably think it's not okay.
There you go. You see what happens.
No, it's fine.
No, see, it doesn't matter if you think it's fine. It's all on the interviewer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll nail the interview like I did the 4 times I've had an interview.
I don't think you get in the door.
It'll be fine.
See, if I was doing the interviewing and you showed up like that, I would just open the door and I'd look at you and I'd say, next. Because you can't do that. You have brought shame to the interviewing room.
I don't think I have.
Explain this to him. Why you wouldn't want to dress like this?
I think if you showed up in like basketball shorts and like a tank top, I think they'd be a little, I think they'd be a little hesitant then.
Explain to him.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I don't think it matters what either one of us say.
But I think but do you agree that he's wrong?
For a fancy job, yes.
There you go.
I mean, what class about, like I said, I mean, like if you were going for like to interview for an office job,
they would not hire you for a bank dressed like that.
But banks start out at like minimum wage, don't
right,
they?
and that's what I'm saying. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about the job. So that's why this whole prestige thing I don't understand. Because a bank would not hire you dressed like that.
I think they would.
I'm telling you, I worked at a bank. They would not hire you dressed like that. Banks have dress codes.
Yeah, I know, like, 3 people that work at a bank.
Yeah.
They all work at the same bank, now that I think about it.
Well, that says something about that bank. Doesn't it? They need help. They need help. All I'm saying is, but no, asking for unreasonable wages. I think this is a mistake too. Gen Z doesn't understand that when you are starting a job, you start at the bottom. You can't ask for more money than they're going to be willing to pay. Of course they're not going to hire you.
But I feel like in the last 5 years, the cost of living has gone up so much. It's like you have to make a lot more just to survive.
Yeah, but,
So years ago, I agree, but now I'm like, you know.
yeah, but if you're single and you've got no kids, I think you cannot go in asking for unreasonable wages.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think
Yeah.
if the interview is asking you if you're married and have kids, I think that's a little too far for an interview.
Yeah, they're not going to pay you more because of that.
No, but I don't think, if you're Gen Z and you're already popping them out, I mean, you know, you got to accept what they're putting on the table.
It's a weird, wild world, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it's ever a good idea to overshoot the runway with a wage, because they are going to look at you like, we're not paying that.
You know, I actually have a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
So Scott, me and Scott had this conversation, and I had said like, it's like you want to start a little, like, I mean, you obviously want to kill it, but like you know how like when you like sell something, you start higher than what you want, so then you work your way down to what you want. He said that you want to basically tell them that you want bottom dollar for your job.
Yes.
And I was like, no, because then they're gonna hire you and give you bottom dollar.
No.
I was always taught to write negotiable.
There you go.
And then, like, you talk about it
See?
when they want to hire you, I guess. I don't...
And you thought I was nuts.
That's just what I was taught.
You never want to put down more than they're willing to pay, because that's the end. That's unreasonable. They're never going to pay you more than what they want to pay. If you shoot low, though, they've already got an amount that they're going to pay you.
No.
But if you shoot low and they were going to pay you more, I would want to
Well, if they
hear
were gonna
them
pay you-
tell
if
me
they were
what
gonna-
they're going
But
to pay
they're
me
not going to
first.
pay you less 9
they were
times
gonna-
out of 10.
if they
They're
were
not
gonna-
You don't think so?
No, they know what they're going to pay you. They're just waiting to see what you want.
Yeah.
Because if you overshoot it, they're going to say, well, forget it. Because they're not going to stay around here long, because they want to be paid more, and we're certainly not paying that.
Yeah.
But if you come in low, they're going to think, oh, we're actually paying them more than what they wanted to do this. They're going to stick around here.
Yeah.
It's all psychology.
I don't know about all that.
Well, I just said it.
Just because you said it doesn't make it right.
No, but me and this study are right.
I don't know about that.
Okay, and they bring their parents.
Okay,
That's strange.
I'm Gen Z. I know a lot of people who have jobs, and I know 0 people who have brought their parent to a job
Yeah.
interview. So all I'm saying is, I feel like this might not be a valid poll.
Well, it happens. I'm sure it happens. I know how.
5?
Yeah, but 20%. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
about all that.
Oh yeah. The people's parents call them off work. People's
Yeah,
parents
that's-
come to bail them out. People's parents come
Lord.
in to talk to the management when they're having a problem with them. Yeah, that didn't used to happen. It used to be your job, your problem if you're 18.
Yeah, that needs to change. Don't bring your parents to the job interview.
Don't have your parents call you off. Don't
Yeah.
have your parents go in to deal with your manager about your
Seriously.
job.
Man,
That's insane, but people look at that like, oh, that's normal. Go ahead and do that.
well, it's not normal. It shouldn't be normal.
No, if you're 18, that's your job. You deal with it.
You gotta
I think
let
if
your
you're
kids
18,
grow
I think
up.
if you're gonna get a job, and like if you're going to a job interview, do not just like I got my first job at like 16, right? So like I mean I did the like obviously I didn't drive at the time because it was like COVID times, and that's when I worked at McDonald's, and the whole thing was pushed back because COVID. But
Yeah.
so my grandma took me to the job interview, but like
She didn't go in with you.
yeah, but obviously I was like, all right, I'll be back.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
bet you
that's
wanted
different.
to.
Who?
They all want to come in.
That's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
No, but they do. They do want to come in. I think there's something about Gen Z, their parents, and maybe grandparents, I guess, they feel very attached to them in a strange way.
It's interesting because also there are a lot of people in Gen Z, like the younger kids, that wait, what are the kids that are kids right now? That's not Gen Z.
Like how young?
Like age 5 to 15.
I think they're like
That's like alpha or something.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of them don't even have parents, it seems like. Or like
They
one of
just
their
hatched?
parents
Like the stork brought them?
Well, my daughter, when she was in middle school, she's in high school now, she said, Mommy, There's so many kids at my school that are being raised by their grandparents because their mom's like dead or gone or something.
Now, isn't that interesting though?
Yeah.
Because the grandparents would be the parents of the Gen Zers.
Yeah.
And which
yeah.
I'm saying, that is the weird generation.
Yeah, yeah.
The parents of the Gen Zers, something wrong with those people. They take too much on. They do, I don't know what that is.
What are you? I'm a millennial. I was in the 80s. You're Gen Z. Okay. Are your parents wonderful?
I think my parents did the best they could have.
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't sound like a vote of confidence. They did the best they could.
Well, I mean, my parents were young, and both of my parents
Did the best they could.
Well, I mean, like I said, my parents were young, so it's not like they had everything to give us. Like my dad, my dad worked all the time,
Yeah.
and my mom was home cleaning up after us because we were a whole bunch of small children making messes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I meant.
And then there's always the financial struggles because there were 3 kids, and my parents were in their 20s at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yep, me too.
you got things like that. So they did the best they could have.
How do you refer to your parents? Did the best they could?
They did the best they could with what they were going through, and they went through some stuff.
So nobody says it was good.
It could have been a lot worse. I
don't think that's what he wanted to
The
say. I
things
think
that
he
I
wanted
went
to say,
through
yeah, it
made
was
me
good.
stronger. No, we didn't have a perfect childhood. It was, yeah. But from what, I don't want to.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, from what my mom went through as a child, her being a mother was amazing.
Well, not everything is perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah.
not saying anybody has a perfect childhood. What I'm saying is everybody seems now to have come from some tragedy, which is very strange to me because
tragedy.
But it's real. A lot of people, it's...
Well, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not doubting them. But everybody I talk to acts like their parents were so strict and their parents were so downtrodden and everything. I don't remember that when I was a kid. I don't remember everybody being, nobody would have said about their parents, well, they did the best they could. They would have been, it was great, Or they would say, it was great, we didn't have much, but we made the best with what we had.
Yeah, they did the best they could.
No, that's different.
We didn't make the best of anything. I didn't have to make any choices. They were the ones struggling to get all of us to get, they were the ones doing all the work.
Yeah.
They did the best they could have. There's nothing I could have done to make
But
it
that's
easier
not a
or
good
better.
speech. Like at a 50th wedding anniversary, you don't stand up and say, well, they did the best they could.
You do, that's the truth.
let's have the cake.
I elaborated. My parents struggled to get us to where we are today, and I think that I love my parents. I think that my parents are some of the best parents there are. I mean, I know
See,
everybody.
now you're getting better.
I know everybody says that, but I think
Everybody
they
does
are.
say that, but
Yeah.
you're getting better.
Struggle is good. Struggle makes you stronger. To a certain extent.
Does it really?
To a certain extent, it depends on the struggle.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
I
Some
think
of it's
it does.
traumatizing, but
I-
some of it is
I think
great.
it does.
No, I think
because-
it makes you
No,
kind of.
if you grow up your entire life with no struggles, and then all of a
argumentative.
sudden you just
Yeah.
if you grew up all your life with no struggles, and then all of a sudden that you're 40 years old, and then this big problem lands in front of you, you're not gonna know what you're gonna have a panic attack.
How do you get to 40 with no problems? I'm just saying, I'm talking 0 to 18. I mean, what's wrong with not having any problems when you're 0 to 18?
Well, I mean, I think you have problems when you're 0 to 18.
I think those are some of the most interesting times of your life.
Yeah. I think it's okay to not necessarily struggle as a child as long as your parents instill good values in you and you're able to see that there are people that struggle and you're able to realize that you have it good,
You know what I've never understood, and it's always true, I'm telling you, 99.9% of the time, is that if a child, boy or girl, is raised by very proper, strict parents, they become, very, I don't want to say that they're bad kids, but they become, they're the kids that do the things that you don't want kids to do. And then the kids who come from homes that are a little loose, not so strict with the rules, not, church every Sunday, those kids tend to become a little more self-sufficient and a little more strict. Then the kids who come from strict homes, they become more loose, like party. It's not the alcoholic's daughter that you have to worry about. It's the preacher's daughter who is the dangerous one.
I've seen both. I've
Yeah.
seen it both ways.
Yeah. Now, why is that? Why does coming from a very structured, safe environment cause somebody to act out?
Because I think they had all the rules and regulations, but not enough love, so that felt wrong, so they go the opposite direction. Because I have known people who grew up in a strict environment, but their parents were able to still show them so much love that they were good teenagers, they're good adults, like it didn't go weird, but a lot of times it does. I've seen both, definitely.
Well, see, recently I had an interesting conversation with somebody because what happened was somebody was criticizing somebody's job. And in response, the person who was getting criticized the person's personal life. So the person said, "You're doing a poor job," and this person said, "Well, you had an affair." So, is that equal? I mean, is that your response to "I'm doing a poor job" is, well, you had an affair with somebody? I mean, I'm not sure why that... Is that like discredits your opinion of them? I don't understand.
So I don't know so much that it was like, I think it was more that this guy was probably just having a bad day.
Yeah, he felt attacked.
And then all of a sudden on this terrible day he's having, like, bro, you're doing an awful job. And he's like, you know what? And then he just...
Yeah, but I mean, is that in representation of something that you've had an affair? Because I was trying to draw the connection.
Well, if if the person who told him he's doing a bad job has had an affair, then I guess he just pointed out the truth. But
but what does that mean? I mean, okay,
He felt like,
I'm going to attack
throw
you.
the first stone when you don't have sin. That type of a thing.
Is that what it is? But
Yeah,
is it
I
a sin
think.
to criticize somebody's work?
No.
So
I
what?
think
He didn't get a sin thrown at him. So he just decided to throw one. I mean, I think that's not appropriate.
Yeah, if that's your boss, yeah, it's not. But he was like, you're attacking me, I'm going to attack you back.
Yeah, but they're not the same. I mean, I think he should have attacked him back on his work ethic, not his personal life. I didn't understand that.
Right.
That disqualifies you from critiquing somebody's job because you've had an affair? I mean, I don't understand that. I guess I'm just totally confused on the response. Because you've had a bad personal life, you can't tell me that I'm a bad employee.
You don't know how to work on your relationship, and you're going to tell me how to work on my job?
Well, see, that doesn't make any sense. You could be a great worker, show up every day, work hard, 9 to... Oh, you probably do because you got to support 2 women. So, I mean, you're probably the hardest working guy around.
He wanted a boss with, I don't know, better...
Well, I was trying to rationalize this in my mind and thinking, well, is it because it's a character flaw? Is it a character issue? When you have an affair, is that what you're getting at here? Is that...
I think that the person just felt attacked and that's what they knew and they just wanted to say something and they said it and...
But, I mean, is that really proper in any circumstance? I mean, even if you're not being attacked, should you bring up somebody else's affairs?
No, and not when it's your boss especially. You're at your job to make your money.
But, I mean, like a friend, should you point out their picadillos?
No.
I mean,
I did when I was younger, but I don't now because people have to learn on their own. It doesn't get you anywhere anyway.
And I think people, and I hate to say this, but I think people are always one step away from an affair. Now, they can say that they're not. But, the right circumstance, the right person, the right thing, you don't know what people will do.
Life is wild.
Yeah. What do you think? They do the best they can.
Matt will get back with you in 20 years.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's true.
I don't know. I think that there's a possibility that you're not telling the truth.
About what? What was that?
So,
Well, yeah, I heard you had an affair, so there you go.
well, no, so, like, they're dishonest, I guess.
Who?
Well, the person who cheated. That's about it, I suppose. I mean, if there was really any...
They might be.
Well, I mean, I'm an honest person wouldn't
But what did
be
I
in a
lie
relationship and... No, not you. They did.
It felt directed at you.
Yeah, it felt that way. I was confused.
My bad.
Okay, go ahead. No, but I'm saying, so you What was the answer?
So I think the person who was told that they had a poor work ethic,
Okay.
they were just like, this person has done some pretty shady stuff in their personal life, and they're going to
Right.
come out here and judge me how I'm doing
But
in my work.
What's that got to do with your work? Maybe you do stink at your job. I mean, what's that to do with their personal life?
If they really had an affair, then what's that got to do with their job?
Nothing. Exactly what I'm saying. Nothing. It has nothing to do with their job. That's why I don't understand why you would say that in a job critique.
Oh, he wasn't critiquing. I think he was critiquing the person.
No, I think he said you're doing a poor job here, and the answer was, well, you've had an affair. Okay. Now, where does that put us?
Attacking when you feel attacked, I guess.
Is that a harmful thing to say to somebody who's had an affair?
That they've had an affair.
Probably.
I don't think. I don't think that.
I mean, you know.
I don't think that they'd
It's
like
not
it.
like you don't know.
I don't think that they'd like it thrown back in their face.
Well, they did it.
But I don't think that they'd like people constantly bringing it up and
We
like,
don't have to constantly bring it
using
up.
it against
But
them.
I think
Yeah.
no. But I think if you do something, you've got to be willing to have it come back up in conversation from time to time, and you know you did it. And if it's the truth, so what?
Yeah, so what?
I mean, really, what is that? I guess I just still don't understand what it's in representation of.
What, them saying it back to their manager?
Yeah. It's like, I don't understand, like when people say, well, I would never stay with somebody who had an affair. Well, how do you know until you're with somebody who had an affair?
Yeah. People say a lot of things, and only life, I don't know, only life proves what could actually happen or will happen, And I'm not saying, like, even that, just so many situations I've heard people say, I would never do this, I would never do that, and then 5 years down the road,
People are good. Why is an affair, I guess? Like, you could talk to somebody else, you could have dinner with somebody else, you could spend time with somebody else, but if you have an affair, ooh, that's horrid. I think that's the least of your troubles. I think
it depends on who you are. For some people, they wouldn't want you to have dinner with someone else. They wouldn't want you to, I don't know, have a good conversation with someone else. Like,
I don't know.
I guess different people draw the line different places.
I feel like if you're if you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody and be restrictive on what they can and can't do, it's gonna end poorly for you anyways.
Yes.
Like if somebody's gonna cheat, they're going to cheat one way or the other. Oh, so like I mean, they're not like if they were going to go do something that you wouldn't approve of, would they really tell you that they're gonna go out and do something?
no.
They would just kind of be like, all right, I'll see you later.
Yeah. So, again, why do you care what they're doing? That's why I don't know why that... We have an interesting society in that that's what we put a lot of weight into. An affair is some kind of relationship with somebody of the physical nature. But all the other stuff, we're willing to say, okay.
Yeah. It does depend who you are, I guess, what's right and what's wrong, and...
I mean, I think that kind of goes back to the whole you can't you can't have sex before marriage and like no children like out of wedlock. Like I think that kind of just is like a repercussion from all that.
No, but people have held on to the affair one. The affair one is not old hat. People don't like that. People are willing now. You can live with somebody. You can have sex before marriage. You can do all that now, and people don't really. Matter of fact, they're more shocked if you tell them you haven't.
Yeah, but it's more like it's like a reminiscence, if that makes sense.
I don't think it is. People, if you tell people you have an affair, they still will tell. They don't. They look at you funny. They don't like that.
Well, yeah,
Especially
because
if
I
you're
think it's
the
like a
manager.
remnants. I think it's I think it's a remnants of the time when like.
I don't think so. I don't think it ever plays well. I don't think it plays well then. I don't think it plays well now. I don't think it'll play well in 50 years. But
I think the issue is like.
why can't Gen Z shape up in a minute for these job interviews?
I think this is fine. I don't know what else.
Put
to tell
on
you.
some khakis
And don't take your mom.
and don't take your mom. And don't ask for so much money.
Khakis look dumb. That's what I gotta say about
Well.
the
I haven't seen
khakis.
khakis in a while.
Because they're dumb looking,
Yeah.
and everybody agrees with me.
And I also think it looks
guys are
stupid
outdated
when
now.
people
It's
tuck
the
their
old
shirts
niggas
in.
Huh?
I think it looks silly when, not every time, but a lot of times when people tuck their shirts in.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. We've got a break and we're coming back with a whole nother subject right after this. Doesn't have to do with clothes, I don't think. Hey, Scott Spears back with Matt Morgan and Heather Conley. Remember, there are 2 episodes this week, so once you watch this one, catch the next one. Now, we're on to a new topic here. I like this. A new survey, another one of these surveys, came out. What do married men do when home alone?
I like this one.
I like it. It's an interesting topic. And what they have found is they eat what they want. They watch TV, what they want to watch. They turn down the air conditioning. And they take the throw pillows off the couch. I don't know why that's a thing, but there it is. That's what married men do when they're home alone. So, being the only girl here, what do you think?
I can tell you that some married men do what they want no matter who's home, and some of them...
Oh.
Yeah, and some of them probably do things differently when they're home alone, so...
But does this tick people off, is what I'm saying? Would this tick you off? Eating?
Eating something different?
Yeah, I guess,
No.
Really? They can eat whatever they want.
My God, yes.
Well, apparently it's a problem, though.
Just mow the lawn and fix the sink when it breaks and, all that stuff.
But what about watching what they want to on television?
Oh my gosh, if people care about that, they need to go through some struggles, I think.
What about turning down the air conditioning?
I don't have central air, so if I did have it and he turned it down, it'd be fine.
What the big one? What about taking the throw pillows off the couch?
I don't have throw pillows on the couch, but if I did...
No problems
here.
here.
Maybe if I had a fancy couch with throw pillows, I'd get mad about that. I doubt it.
Matt, what do you think?
So let's see here. I mean, the eat one I think is probably true because for some reason when you're in when you live together, like when they cook, if you don't want what they cook, they get upset about it. Is it not good enough for you?
Is it not good enough?
Does it not taste good?
That's right. You always have to eat at the same place, too. I don't understand that.
Gotta go to bed at the same time, also. Oh, I always think that's funny.
That's a horrible one. I can't. Oh, why do you have to? But they act like you don't. They're like, I'm gonna go to bed. You can do what you want. No, that's not really what they mean.
The best, they'll tell you 3 or 4 times before they go to bed.
I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm getting really tired. But you can do what you want. No, they don't want you to, because if you stay up, it's a problem.
It's a trap. You're going to wake up tomorrow, and they're going to be upset with you.
Well, when did you come to bed finally? What were you doing? That's what it'll be. Yeah, that's a problem.
One thing with men and women going to bed, I think when a man's tired, he goes to bed. When a woman is tired and wants to go to bed, she still has 27 things she's going to do before she goes to bed.
Yeah, but why does she have to announce it?
Yeah,
we don't need an announcement.
That's a good question.
You're going to bed, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Do I announce when I'm going to bed? I probably do.
Yeah. See, the man just goes to bed. And then they go, did you go to bed?
Yeah, come to think of it, I don't even announce when I'm leaving a lot of the times.
No.
I'll be at one of my friends' house, and obviously I'll let them know because I'm talking to them, but their family will 20 minutes later be like, where'd Matthew go? He's just not here.
Now, I believe the watching the TV thing is real, because most people who are together, living together, which I assume this is what this is, married, obviously, they have one television in the living room, and they don't want you in another room. For some reason, they got to have their eye on you. I don't know what that's all about either, but that's always strange to me. Like, if you go into a married couple's house, they always seem to be sitting in the same room. They're very rarely in separate rooms.
I think it depends on the married couple. Maybe a lot of people do it like that. I don't know.
I mean, my mom and I don't know. I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you about my mom. I think now probably when they're both home, they probably stick mainly in the same rooms. But I mean, that's because they're both just in the living room. So I mean, I think that's different. But I mean,
but who's controlling the television?
My mom is. Well, because usually if my mom's not watching TV, my dad is playing video games.
But I bet if well, there you go. But so if she wasn't there, he'd be doing what he wanted.
It's actually funny because my dad falls asleep a lot of the times when my mom is sitting at home watching TV and wants to watch something with him. He'll fall asleep on the couch or something like that. But when my mom's not home, he's just up playing video games.
Your dad?
Yep. There's no sleep in him when my mom's gone. He's just up playing video games.
Well, because he doesn't want to watch whatever that is. It's boring.
Yeah. I'm not a good case study on this because for some reason about 10 years ago I just stopped watching TV. I just don't like it anymore. I'd rather read a book or I'd rather do anything but watch TV. So I never control the TV.
What did that?
It started during my second pregnancy. This sounds weird, but a TV being up loud started really bothering me. And then ever since then, slowly I I just don't like TV anymore.
At all.
Not at all. I would pick a book over TV any day.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, the air conditioning, that I've heard, because women tend to be somewhat more warm-blooded than men. I don't know why that is.
I think we're on the move more.
It could be. Could be on the move. Could be menopause. Could be a whole lot of reasons.
What about before menopause?
I don't know. You know, like, I work with a girl at school who I am in a similar age category with. And for some reason, she is always wearing less clothes and always talking about being hot. And I'm just not.
How old is she?
20.
So she's not in menopause.
No.
I don't know.
But she's always she'll always have like a tank top on or something. But yet she's always talking about, I'm hot in here. Aren't you hot in here? I feel like I should agree with her because I'm not, but she's so hot over there. I'm like, yeah, it's burning up in here.
I work with a couple women who are always cold. I don't understand it. They'll have a long sleeve shirt under their t-shirt and we're all moving around and they're still cold. And I'm hot. So I don't know. It's weird.
You know, I don't want to go back to the dress code thing, but you know, now that I think about it, it is very strange what women wear to the workplace now. They wear a lot less than what they used to wear. Now that's fine. I mean, knock yourself out. But I noticed that, you know, you did not, I think back to my teachers, none of them ever wore tank tops.
Teachers are wearing tank tops nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know, it's women's clothes, sleeveless shirts, let's call it that.
Okay, yeah. Like
you
a
know,
dressy sleeveless shirt.
Well, I don't even know if it's dressy. I mean, it looks like a tank top to me.
I guess I haven't seen a teacher wearing that. But that brings up a different topic. The schools don't have dress codes anymore. Harding doesn't have a dress code. I don't think Grant does. If I'm wrong, forgive me, but some of the things that the girls are allowed to wear there is like unreal. When just 20 years ago when I was in high school, we would have got sent home. And I think it's weird.
Oh, well, I mean, not
who
even
lets
like,
them out of the house?
not even like,
Exactly.
you know, not even
It's
like,
crazy.
you said like 20 years ago?
That's when I was in high school. We would get sent home.
I graduated in 22 and like, they had like,
They had a dress code?
yeah, they
For
had,
the girls?
well, I mean, not just for the, like, I mean, obviously it applied to everybody, but it obviously.
Oh, there are certain things if girls wore, I mean, whether it's a dress code or not, I'm sure they would not allow it.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
like,
they were-
I've seen them come out and I'm like, there's no way. But no one says anything.
Oh, I mean, at River Valley, they were pretty strict about it. Like, I mean,
Okay.
they did. I don't know if it was. I mean, obviously, I didn't wear the
Well, it's
tank
because
tops. I don't know if
girls,
it was
I mean,
three
even
fingers
from.
or like 2 fingers, but you had to have like a certain finger length spaghetti. Like you know, you had to have
Yeah,
a certain
but
finger
why do you
length
wear
thing,
that to
and
school? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You also have to have like a certain like length above your knee, otherwise you had to go home and get like have somebody bring you pants or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, there were a lot of rules. Like there was this guy named never mind. There was this guy. Sorry. He came to school he wearing like I think it was like cheetah like.
Oh, you're about to turn somebody in there. I see.
Yes.
I got you.
He came. Well, I mean, he did it to a public school, so I got.
Yeah.
If I told him, would he really be upset? Like he did it
Who knows?
to himself at a public
Yeah.
school. So
Well,
he showed up wearing like leopard pants or like leopard like leggings, I guess, like you know tights. Like leopard print or like something like that, and he got dress coded because I mean I don't know. I guess he thought it was funny, and they dress coded him for it.
Oh, man.
that seems more of a fashion mistake than a dress code issue.
Well, I mean they dress coded him for it,
No, but I think.
and then we talked about it for like 3 weeks.
But it is interesting. You know what? Nobody has any modesty anymore. Now, guys, I mean, I guess it just is a different thing. I mean, you know, what's a guy going to show? I mean, honestly. But a girl, especially at that age, there's a lot of problems. And there certainly should be some kind of a dress code, I would think. But I don't understand why girls even have these clothes. It's kind of strange to me.
Yeah. I guess they're like vying for attention and they probably don't even realize it.
This is probably why there's affairs. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, or maybe it was middle school, but I remember the girl cheerleaders, they did away with the skirts because somebody did not like, you know, that when they were throwing them up or whatever they were doing, you know, the gymnastics, that the skirt could go up. So they made them wear shorts. And I thought that was interesting.
Did you go to Harding?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was probably after you.
They were like
Bull crap!
No, it was after.
I'm 37.
Oh, then yeah, it was definitely after. So go ahead.
But where did how did the start? Sorry.
Skirts
Oh right.
and
So,
shorts.
I do
Wear
believe
shorts now.
at the football games now they wear skirts again. They just have like I don't know what they're called. They're like basically like leggings, but they're shorts, and they just wear those underneath the skirt.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they had those.
I mean, they might not have, I guess, but you know, I mean.
But I don't know. It was just weird to me that what made the difference? They're cheering. Who cares? I mean, I don't. If the skirts were coming up, I understand that. So wear shorts. What made the difference, though? I mean, it's just cheers.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Well, imagine your cheer squad showed up coordinated, right, and then some you know uniform, and then the other guys all show up wearing like t-shirts and jeans.
It's the whole dress code thing again. It's just dress. You got to know how to dress. Know your room.
Well, I mean, if you're showing up to a place where you're wearing a uniform, I'd sure hope you're wearing your uniform, yeah.
What's the difference between a uniform and dressing up?
You can't. So if I worked at McDonald's, the crew the shirt is basically the uniform. Besides that, I mean, you got like shoes you gotta wear. Okay. So if I showed up to McDonald's in like you know those khakis and button-up shirt that you talking I should wear to a job interview, they'd probably tell me to go home because I'm out of regulation.
Well,
I
to
can't
the job.
I can't dress up.
I'm not saying show up to the fryer dressed like that.
I can't dress up.
The interview.
I can't dress down. I have to wear this uniform. So if I'm going to a place where I have to wear a uniform, if I'm going to a place where I have to wear a uniform,
do you remember when we went? Okay, do you remember? Hello, do you remember when we went around to the schools with the Mary Ellen thing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how Mary Ellen dressed?
Roughly, yeah.
Not different than what she would dress coming in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how I dressed?
Mm-hmm.
Different than what I would wear coming in here, right? Okay. Do you remember how Carrington dressed?
Yeah.
Different than how she would dress coming in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You.
I dress like this all the time. Look, I think.
But did you see that we all got the memo subconsciously
no. This is fine.
that we were gonna? No, see, I think you're missing the point.
No,
that all three of us, we didn't congregate and say, "Hey, let's all dress a certain way." We just all knew, and we're from completely different generations, the three of us.
Yeah, this is good.
So I'm saying, you were in the minority though? Do you see that?
I don't think I dress poorly.
No, see, you're taking this as an offense. I'm saying, but do you notice that? That here you had Mary Ellen, who's over 40, and you had Carrington, who's 22, and you had me, who's a little older than that, and we all, without talking, dressed up for that occasion.
Mm.
You, Gen Z.
I do believe Carrington would also be classified as Gen Z.
But apparently she's not living in the Gen Z craziness.
I think you're probably. I don't know about all that.
I've seen her dress up a lot. She dressed up to the Mary Ellen thing. She dressed up for the Turn Up the Heat dance. We went to at the women's club.
Women also
she dressed up in Pennsylvania.
Women do tend to dress better than men for the most part. I mean, they are fashion inclined.
No. When she comes in here, when she's been in here on Friday night, she dresses, down big time.
I wouldn't say she dresses down. She's definitely got a style to her.
Is that what you call that?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how she dresses.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's her
but
style.
you wouldn't wear that to a dressy occasion. I mean, look at her in Philadelphia, and look at her at the Mary Ellen events, and look at her at the Christmas party here. You just, you dress up.
This is
up. That's what they call it, dressing up. You dress better than normal. You dress up.
So what if you wore like a $1 billion tux every day for your entire life? You can't dress up anymore.
Nobody's saying anything about a tuxedo.
Nope.
Why do you gotta wear a tuxedo?
Why you gotta wear a suit?
Not a suit. I'm just saying a sports coat.
What's wrong with the button-up and jeans?
Something.
There's a collar, see? Button up and jeans. I got you. Collared shirt, button up and jeans. I see we got it all worked out.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. Again, if you come in dressed like the audience, you're going to be sitting in the audience.
I dress better than a lot of people, I'd say.
In any event. Do what you want, whether your wife's home or not. Now, this will be a quick subject. I'm not a TikTok person, but this is a summer viral TikTok hit. It's I don't even understand how you can call it the summer hit, but it's been called the summer hit. It's not even summer yet. But here we go. It's some girl, and she's saying, I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5" and blue eyes. And this has become so popular, people have copied it and put it to music. Now, the girl who originally did it said she was kidding, and it really wasn't a thing. But why has this become viral, first of all? And number two, is this what you're looking for, I guess?
I mean, I think she just asked for a tall, good-looking person with lots of money, basically.
But no, she doesn't say good-looking. She says tall, blue eyes. That's it. Her two things here seem to be finance, trust fund.
Money.
Like she wants him to work in finance or be a trust fund.
No,
maybe?
she's looking for a man in. The quote is that people have taken. I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes. Those are her. That's her ideal man.
Hopefully, everyone that meets her will tell her they work at Burger King, and then find someone that likes them for who they are, and then
But do people really? Do people really go into Burger King looking for somebody? I don't think so.
No, I meant like if you have a lot of money, when you meet someone like on a date, I feel like the smartest thing to do would be to not let them know you have a lot of money somehow, so that you find someone who likes you for other reasons, for who you are.
But how do you do that?
How do you hide your money?
Well, how do you hide who you are before the date?
True.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like hiding money is not that hard to do.
Yeah.
If you have it in a bank account, it's not like it's visible unless they're like taking your phone.
But I'm saying if you
just drive like an 02 Honda Civic to this date, and I promise you, like.
But you haven't had like a conversation
about what you do.
Yeah. Tell me to do whatever you want. I don't know.
How many lies are you going to tell
multi-
this girl? Then there's a problem because you lied to her.
Well, I don't know. I think she'd be a little understanding if just like a few years down the road you're like, oh, by the way,
years. Well, you're gonna lie to her for 3 years about what you do and how much money you have.
Well, I think if you only waited for I think if you waited for like 2 months and then told her, I think she'd just be like, oh, now I gotta lock in.
Yeah, would there be a way to
Does money mean something really?
Does it? Oh, I think it does.
Women?
Most definitely to people.
To me, I mean, I want to feed my kids, I want to pay the bills, but like being rich, I've never thought like, oh my gosh, I need to find someone that's rich, or I need to be rich.
But are these qualities ideal?
To find a man who works in finance? No.
No. Who has a trust fund?
No, not at all.
6'5".
It's unrealistic.
No.
In most circumstances.
Oh, I think she's saying it's unrealistic. That's why she had to go to TikTok to try to find this.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you could find this, is this idealistic?
No, none of it matters, because you could find that and it could be someone you're not attracted to or someone who's not a good person, so I say no.
See, I've learned that that's a bad thing too. Attractive, that just leads you down a bad path.
Yeah.
Because your brain goes all stupid.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking rationally, and you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and you're paying somebody attention for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
It could be an awful person.
Definitely.
So, but I'm okay about I think it's okay to look for somebody who works in a certain field. I don't think that's bad.
It's interesting.
I think that if you're looking for somebody who works in a certain field, you're probably looking for somebody who works in a certain field that makes a lot of money.
You know what? Everybody can sit here.
I'm looking for a heart surgeon. You
know what? Everybody can sit here and say money doesn't matter. That's a load of crap. Because
it does to a certain extent, yeah.
A big extent. I know women, especially your age, who get into relationships, if they're not in them, based on money. They would not subconsciously tell you that, and I don't even know, or consciously tell you that, and I don't even know if subconsciously they know that that's what it is.
Yeah.
But guys driving a nice big truck, guys got a good job, guys paying for all their dinners, guys taking them somewhere every weekend, driving the car everywhere.
So maybe to a lot of women,
that's what they like, but they don't understand. What you like about him is the money. That's not his personality. That's his money. Those characteristics are not his personality.
Right. The money makes him feel secure. Makes him feel
which is horrible. That will not last. That's another divorce coming up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. For sure.
But why do older women start to feel like that? Because women in their 20s and teens don't really go toward that.
Yeah. Maybe they come to a place in their life where they feel like, I don't want to date someone who's a financial burden. I don't know.
Aren't you supposed to like the person?
Yeah. But it's 2024. I think the person needs to be able to at least pay their own bills. But they don't need to have, like, money.
Well, you don't have to pay their bills, but I mean, let's say you both end up in a cardboard box. As long as I'm having a good time, it's okay.
Yeah, as long as you're with someone who has the ability to get out of that cardboard box with you, and they're not going to keep you in it.
What do you have to do? I mean, how much money do you got to make?
Oh my gosh, it depends on how many kids you have.
Okay, what if you have a couple kids?
2 kids? You need 2 people both making $20 an hour.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so serious.
So if you really like somebody who makes $17 an hour, out the door.
You better be creative at the grocery store.
So that's really what matters in the end. Oh, I think that's horrible. You only live one life. I think that's terrible.
I mean, you
have
gotta be able
ramen
to
noodles
feed
for
your
dinner
kids.
every day the rest of your life?
Yes, that's what I think.
Yeah, ramen noodles are fine.
I think I would not care if I was struggling every day of my life. It would not matter to me if I was around somebody who made the day better, easier, more fun.
I agree.
I don't care if they could be out of work, whatever.
Yeah, I do agree. I just think it.
See, but I think that the thing is like it's not that people are like arguing that it's bad to have struggles and have those things. I think it's more of the fact that like, would you rather have struggles and have the people that you can do all those with, or not have struggles and hang out with all the people you can do this stuff with?
Yeah.
So but I don't.
It's like.
But people are unique.
It's kind of like it's exactly how you brought it up with me with the dress code thing. If I wore like
I knew we'd get back to the dress code.
See, if
this is a hot topic.
well, you see, I mean,
touchy.
A little bit.
A little touchy about the dress code. Go ahead.
You seem to not like how I dress.
No, I'm not saying that I don't like how you dress. I think you're confused. I'm saying that it's not professional if you're going on a job interview.
But anyway, the reason I brought it back up was because it's kind of like how you said that if you had 2 candidates, one dressed like me and one more like a $1 billion tux, okay? You're gonna choose the person.
You are back to this tuxedo. I've never said anything about a tuxedo ever.
The person who dresses up.
Why do you think khakis and a collared shirt are a tuxedo? What do you keep going to that for?
Which is nice.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cost a lot of money.
What's the point?
But so like you said that you'd pick the person who dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
So like I gave you 2 situations that were equally the same, except one you have to struggle in, and the other you don't. Why would you pick?
But that's not realistic. That's not realistic because we're talking about people. People are unique human beings. Filling a job is not unique. If you hired the person who dressed poorly and the first day they called off, you could just call up the other person and say, hey, can you come do this? And they're going to come do it. So that's not a unique situation. Somebody you're going to be around forever, that's a unique situation. People are diverse. There are no 2 people the same.
I don't know if I want to be around anybody forever.
You don't think there are levels to people? I mean, okay, I like both of these people, but I dislike this person a little more.
Oh no, I definitely play favorites. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, but like it's not like the person who's at the top of this supposed ranking. It's not like I'm sure I'd spend more time with them than I would somebody else, but it's not like I'd want to spend all the time. Like forever is a long time to spend with somebody.
Forever is a long time. Yes. But see, this comes back also to broadcasting in a unique way. Sometimes people think, like, for example, when you put somebody on a show, a lot of people feel that you should be friends. And that the reason you chose them was because you thought they were really a friendly person or whatever. That's not always the case. Sometimes your best friends would be the worst on a show with you.
Yeah.
Because you have a shorthand with them and it just doesn't work right. And you see them too often and you've already talked about everything. And they're not the best choice. So you pick somebody who maybe you don't like as much, but they're good at that.
Yeah. This is changing the subject, but Patrick Swayze and whatever that girl's name in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
They did so good together. They hated each other.
Oh, I can see that. It's a
Yeah.
horrible movie.
Yeah. Ah!
No, it really is. It's a horrible movie. I've discussed this on the radio for years because
I don't think it is.
oh, it's a terrible movie. And somebody finally made me watch that thing.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's not a horrible movie.
Oh God, it is the most horrible movie.
Oh
and
my
they kept
gosh.
telling me that this would not be a horror. You know what this movie's about?
I don't know.
I'll sum this whole thing
Okay.
up for you. Okay, there's this guy, this punk, Patrick Swayze, who teaches dance.
Great actor.
He's since dead, departed. He's went on to his reward. But he teaches dance at a vacation spot, okay? So this doctor brings his family to this spot. Now, the punk has gotten some girl pregnant, we think. And I think she dies, doesn't she? Something happens to his dance
She
partner.
went and had like a botched abortion. No, she wasn't pregnant by him.
But they thought she was.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So something happened. She can't dance all of a sudden. So now he wants the young daughter of the doctor, who he's never met prior to this, to dance with him. So now he's dancing with her, and it's dirty dance. There you go, dirty dancing.
It's not really. I don't
It's
think it's like
inappropriate.
you think.
With somebody you just met over the
Okay.
summer vacation,
Okay.
and that the father gets angry and says, "I don't want you hanging around this punk. I want you seeing this doctor again. Money."
yeah.
The doctor said, I'm a doctor, and I know this young doctor. That's who you should be with on vacation." And for some reason, that's the movie. And it's terrible.
It's him like teaching her how to dance, and she gets
Oh.
better. Go home and watch it.
Doesn't
That's
that
your
sound
homework.
great?
It's not a horrible movie.
I saw it.
It's
I don't
ve-
know.
Is that not the movie?
The plot makes no sense.
Oh, wait till you hear the climax of the movie is they finally dance, and all the audience starts to get up and dance. It's like Footloose or something all of a
Come
sudden.
on, it's a pretty good movie.
Do you understand that part? At the end, they finally dance, and all of a sudden everybody dances.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Her name was her name baby?
No, I don't think it was. And who
Yes,
put her
it
in a
was.
corner?
That
The
was
father?
that was her nickname. I don't
Oh,
remember.
Lord. It's a horrible film. And then the father apologizes at the end. Well, I guess I was wrong about you.
So I was trying to say they hate each other, but they work together well. But apparently, it's a horrible movie.
No, they do hate each other because they knew they were making a piece of crap. And they said, man, we're going to be tied together forever with this piece of crap.
We need to take a poll. I want to take a poll.
Girls love that movie.
Okay.
Because every girl wants to go on vacation and meet some sweaty punk and all of a sudden
And learn how to dance.
and learn how to dance, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is about that movie that women love, but it's a woman got me to watch that movie.
It sounds like the
it was
movie-
two women who
it's-
told me they loved that
It's
movie.
not like, oh my god,
It
it's
sounds
one
like-
of the best at all.
I mean,
at
it just sounds like the plot doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. Logical people would date the young doctor.
See, like,
They're on vacation,
If it
for
were-
God's sake.
if it were real life, this is how I feel it would play.
And he
out.
was older.
So the dude who had the original lady who got pregnant and couldn't dance anymore. Once she couldn't dance anymore, he'd probably just be like, "Well,
That's it. No dance.
Yep, that's it."
I'm not even sure why they were dancing. I don't even like it.
I don't remember why they were dancing.
We don't
but
even
it's
know
been
why.
A long time.
They were the entertainment or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Entertainment.
I mean, it was so weird. It was such a weird movie. But they do, and they get all sweaty. Apparently, there's no deodorant on this little vacation because they're always sweating profusely. I don't know what it is.
Do you know who Patrick Swayze is?
I don't know anybody.
I think he drowned in his own sweat.
Man.
Are they not always sweating in this movie? This must be the
Probably.
most humid island I've ever seen because it's just constant sweat. Nobody else is sweating, just them, but it's dancing, working up a sweat.
Yes, it's all the dancing.
Well, watch Dirty Dancing. I don't think you should. It's a bad idea. But I will tell you, two girls kept on. It was the greatest movie of all time. A
No,
girl finally got me
nothing-
to watch it.
No.
Awful, awful, awful film. Now, a good movie, Notting Hill. Go watch Notting Hill.
And Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
And Walk
good
the
one.
Line. I love Walk the Line.
Oh, that's Johnny Cash.
I love that movie.
Oh, we can talk about more next week. This is fascinating, though, but don't watch.
There's a Johnny Cash
Dirty-
movie.
It's
about
about him.
Johnny
About him
Cash.
and June Carter.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Reese
good.
Witherspoon.
Interesting.
For this episode of The Exchange, walk the line and ring a fire, or whatever else you used to say. For Matt Morgan, Heather Conley, Scott Spears, heading for the dugout.